got to get gas. I am on reserve right now. The first time that's happened since going through that big desert in Mexico on the way down to Guerrero Negro. And I think this is the Centro right ahead of me. Well, I haven't spotted a gas station. That is not good. Isn't it? Oh dear, where am I going? Well, here I am back in the main square in Arica. Quite a nice little square. Don't think they actually do anything here. I haven't seen anything going on anyway, which is somewhat dissimilar to pretty much every other main square I've ever been to. There always seems to be something going on. Well, I love this church. Really funky, isn't it? Maybe not the most beautiful I've seen, but certainly a very interesting iglesia. Somewhat similar to the church in Colombia, that one in southern Colombia. Not as gothic as such, but similar. And here we have up on the hill. It's not coming off. Oh, I've got a bad angle here. I'll try and show you it from another angle. Side view of funky church. Yeah, I like this. I'm not too sure why. Different, maybe. But a very pleasant place, Arica. Very pleasant. Considerably more expensive than Peru, though. If you came here from Europe or from the United States, you'd find it quite cheap, I guess. But compared to other places in South America, most certainly from Peru, it's probably 60%, I would say, more expensive. Roughly, anyway, somewhere around that sort of ballparky place. But I knew it was going to be the most expensive country on the trip, so I'm pretty good like that. Once I get something in my head, I just shrug my shoulders and accept it. Just got to hope I've got enough money to last for the next couple of months. I'm pretty sure I do. Now, if I don't, I'll just have to tighten the old belt, which will, with the weight loss I've encountered over the last few months, would not be a very difficult thing to do at all. Ah, there's the lag. Pretty nifty, eh? I like that. Ah, looks like you can walk up there. I think I'll do that. There are 3 beaches just outside of Arica to the south. This is the first one. They range from 2.5 to 4.5 kilometers south of the city. That's what, 2.75 miles, no, 1.75 miles to 3 miles, something like that anyway. And this is the first one. Of course, I've forgotten the name of it, but it's nice, isn't it? Little horseshoe bay. Well, I'm not too sure. I don't know if you can see it, but somewhere along there, there's a line, which I'm assuming is a net. Would that be a shark net to keep the sharks out? Oh dear. Anyone who knows me knows I'm terrified of sharks. No idea why, but I am. But a pretty beach, I like it. But I'm gonna wander on and have a look at the other 2. Maybe come back here. It's the closest one to my hotel, that's for sure. There is another beach, which I think you saw on the ride coming in, and that looks like the biggest beach is to the north of the town. But I don't know. I don't think I'm going to go up there. But beach number 1. Ah, here we go. Playa El Laucho. And it looks like I'm coming up to the second beach, Playa La Usura, something like that. It's pretty, isn't it? Well, pretty probably isn't the right word. A little bit spectacular. Yes, a little bit spectacular. Sounds like an awful lot of Englishisms in that one. Big old sand dune. Again, it's another horseshoe bay, and out here between the ends of the horseshoe, if you will, looks like there's a sort of rocky something or other. Keep the sharks out, but they still got a little shark net or whatever. It's not calling it a shark net all the way across. Interesting. Again, another nice beach. beach number 2. What did I say it was? El Usario. La Licera. Don't know what that means. Oh, Playa La Licera. And this is the third beach. Again, I don't know the name of it, but Playa no apta para bañarse. Beach not suitable for bañar is to go to the bathroom, I believe, but in this case must mean swimming. But it's certainly not as pretty or as nice as the other two, so I'm happy about that, because the other two are closer to my hotel. In fact, the first one seems pretty much ideal. That's the one I think I'll go back to. I'll carry on walking. I'm a great one for walking down a road and not wanting to turn around and come back. Let's see how far we do walk. Well, looks like I'm coming to the end of the road, or the end of the path anyway. Goes on over here, but that looks like a private business. And the road, that's the main road, it goes on over there somewhere. And that building back there is where we've just come from. Very pleasant. Museo Colón 10. Colón 10 Museum. Apparently some bloke was going to build a hotel here, 2000 something or other, and he found, when he was excavating, he found some mummies. Apparently you can walk on this glass. I always feel very apprehensive about doing that, being an old window cleaner. But here they are. They've carbon dated them to between 4,000 and 6,000 years ago, apparently. I believe they're the oldest mummies in the world. Well, they're not. Well, I don't know what a mummy is. I thought you were wrapped in cloth and stuff. I don't know that these are.
Which is part of the first construction from the beginning of the 20th century. This wall was covered by another wooden wall, which formed part of the successive renovations this house has had. All the original structure was made of Oregon pine. This included the floors, walls and ceiling. They were recovered, and with the addition of modern materials, the entire house was rebuilt. The bathrooms had to be added additionally. The Colón 10 Museum was built in order to minimize the impact of the remains that lay below ground. The weight of the construction of the museum doesn't lie only on pillars, but also the weight is deliberately divided on braces that cross from one side to the other. Additionally, no permanent non-essential structures have been built. Even though not all the land has been worked on, there are bodies throughout the entire place. This is why the floor that crosses the ground floor of the museum is made of loose wooden boards to cause minimal impact on the ground. As As you may imagine, a limited number of visits is allowed per tour.
I've got no idea what's up here. I don't think they buried them upstairs. Pretty good view of Arica if nothing else. Wow, it goes all the way back here. I didn't realise that. I didn't realise it was that big. Oh, mind you, yeah, that's where I rode in, wasn't it? Yeah.